Good evening, my YouTube family and friends. Good evening, good evening. Your girl, Miss Bev, is right here in the house. And yes, the voice is not 100%. It's not even 75%. But I needed to just talk to you real quickly. And so, yeah, as I'm in the dining area, guys, we made some changes to the walls. There's no pictures are up there anymore. That's just what it is. But I am going to be talking to you briefly tonight, and you're going to see them on me. So I was out today with my daughter. I actually hung out at her house for quite a few hours. I was over there for a few nights. I didn't sleep well at all. I couldn't sleep because not only was the throat hurting so badly when I swallowed, but when I coughed, it was this dry, noisy, hollow coughing that was not productive. And guys, I would try to sleep. I would lay down and get ready for bed. And I tell you, when that cough hits, it gets you up. And I would be up. And let me tell you something. You're coughing and it's not nothing coming up. You're coughing, nothing coming up. I'm telling you, it for 2 straight nights, I go to bed and I wake up because of the cough. So I didn't get to sleep more than maybe 20 or 30 minutes. And I'm up for the whole night drinking tea, trying to find a comfortable way to sit in the chair. I came out, like 2 nights, I was just sitting at my desk, just sitting there, looking at videos, doing all of that, and just couldn't settle myself because every time I cough, it would be such a loud, nothing coming up. It was just horrible. And then, every time I swallow, the pain, the hurting, oh my God, the discomfort was, I said, I don't know how many of you had experienced this sore throat thing, but this is my first time and it has been just a horrible experience. But this morning I got up. I wasn't sleeping well last night, but I got up, I sat at my desk, I had some garlic tea, I had a lot of water, was just sipping water. It was still hurting into this ear, right there, just hurting. But I sipped my water, and then I think like 3:30, 4 o'clock, I fell off to sleep. And I did get some sleep into 6 o'clock. And even when my brother was leaving at 7:30, I think, I heard when he came to the desk, he was leaving lunch money for his sister. But he came to the desk and I heard, and I woke up. So when I was at my daughter, I did fall into sleep. And I got a couple of hours of sleep there. So she did order in food because today, for the first time, I could swallow without pain. Like, you just feel like a little bit of something, but nothing for the entire day today. It has been very good. So we did order, and she did Chinese food, which I haven't had forever. And she did some vegetable fried rice. So I brought home, and she did some, I think this is orange chicken, because she wanted me to have this orange thing, the chicken. There's no bone in it, it's just soft chicken. So she ordered that for me. And she also ordered, I'm sorry, I needed to cough, and I needed to just take a break on the camera. So anyhow, she did order the chicken, the soft chicken, and some vegetable rice. And we ate together. We had a meal, and I brought this home. So Donna will get some, because she also did the plantains. But these are not the soft plantains. They're little. She did the plantains. They're not the right soft ones. They're like a turn. They're not fully, they were not fully ripe. They were turned so they're sweet, but not soft. So, happy Sabbath, everybody. I'm just here to say happy Sabbath to you guys. Last Friday, I couldn't do this. I was in pain. I was hurting so badly. But tonight, I'm not going to stay long because I want to make sure that I don't irritate my vocal cords and make things back to anything bad. I just want us to know that I do take care of myself. I take my vitamins and I do all those things. The allergies just every year, no matter what I do, this is what happens. I get the itchy throat and then I get hoarse. But this is the first time I had the soreness. But I do take care of myself. Don't ever think that I take my body for granted and I don't, I don't do a lot of stuff. I don't drink. I don't smoke. Even if you see me do a video and there are drinks on the table, it's not for me. My husband is not a heavy drinker. He drinks. We buy 6 Guinness and it lasts forever. The guy who cuts his hair comes here to cut his hair. He'll give him one when he comes. The guy who comes, the handy guy who comes and helps with the yard and stuff, he'll get a beer or he'll get something. But that's what it is. We're not drinkers. We're not, so I'm abusing my body. But it's just that this is one of the things that I go through every year with the allergies. But in time, hopefully I didn't get it because I'm fat. I didn't get it because I got it because every year the pollen does this to me. And so I'm just giving thanks anyways. But thanks for all the love, all the care that you sent me, oh my God, all the prayers that you sent up on my behalf. All of you guys, I thank you and I appreciate you. I was still, doing my comments. I was still smiling when I could. But I just couldn't talk without the hurting. And also, I was forcing to talk. And so the doctor says, no, you can't do that. You have to rest your vocal cords. Today is Sabbath. And I just wanted to say thanks to all of you. Thank you, my beautiful family. Thank you for just being there. I'm still watching the videos, liking them. Life with Bev Brown, thank you for all you do. Trending Live TV. Sister Carlene, Sister Ernestine, who consistently praying up and lifting up. Trending Live TV. Dr. Destiny. Oh my God, all of you. Ali Matu. Jet, oh my God, how can I forget you, Jet? I cannot forget you. All of you, Sister Lady Charm, Lady Tracy, Boss Kirk in the travels, all of you who have been just again and again, Beverly Rose, Paulette Felix, you name it, all of you who have just jumped on, left a message, and hope that I would feel better. I thank you for love. Mar, thank you. Thank you for love. I thank you for appreciation. I thank you for just being there. Tonight, as I say happy Sabbath to everyone, I want to talk about the promise that Abraham received and to remind us that we as Gentiles, there are promises. We weren't given a promise of land and blessing for your house and all of that. But Christ did leave a lot of principles for us to follow and to understand where we stood. One of the things is that Christ pointed out to us. He says, my people have perished because of lack of understanding. Now, he didn't mean that they perished in a flood or they perished in the fire, but they perished because of not understanding what is laid down for us. Then we miss out on a lot of blessings that we could have achieved. So let us talk about when we pray. Let us look at what Mark 11 says. And I'm just going to look at a few of the verses. So if you look at verse 19, We're going to look at verse 20 because he was traveling then. Right. So you know that a lot of times, as I was saying, I'm going to be looking at Mark 20, so that as Christ was going through and he's talking to his disciples about the different things that need to get done. There are things in the Old Testament, covenants that he made with Abraham. Remember when he promised Abraham, as far as your eyes will look, because Abraham says he and his family would serve him. And he granted him all of that. But we know the issues that are going on now in the Middle East, and so I'm not going into that. I'm talking about us as Gentiles, whom, promises were granted, but the principles he gave us to follow. And let's look at sometimes why it is that we are praying and then it just seems like nothing is happening for us. We're praying, but it just seems like everything is stagnant. Everything just seems hopeless. And so we wonder when our time will come. When will my chance come? When will good things happen for me? When will my situation change? And so verse 20 says, and in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou cursedst is withered away. And Jesus answered, said unto them, Have faith in God. He says, For verily I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, Be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, and shall not doubt in his heart, but shall believe that those things which he saith shall come to pass. That those things which he saith shall come to pass, he shall have whatsoever he saith. But he also said, Therefore I say unto you, unto me, unto us collectively, what things soever ye desire, when ye pray, believe that ye receive them, and he shall have them. But when you stand praying, forgive. So there's a principle there. It's not just praying and asking for things and believing it's going to happen. But he says we must forgive. If ye have aught against any, forgive, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses. But if ye do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses. So tonight, as I say, happy Sabbath to us. I want us to make sure that we're digging deep, especially in the New Testament. Remember when Christ came to take on our sins. He came and lived and set the examples for us to live by. He came in the form of man, and it says his own didn't even accept him, didn't appreciate him. But he didn't live by that. He forgave them and he went on. And everywhere he went, he continued to do good. Fed the multitude, healed the sick, raised the dead. He continued. And so he lived that life for us to follow. And he set all the principles by which we should live. We cannot say, yeah, we're going to church, but the principles of forgiveness, And all those other principles that he's left for us, we disregard them. But we want to stand up and pray and cry out and do all these things and expect that, So we have to be careful. Be careful. And again, remember, it's because of our lack of understanding, our unwillingness to read and understand things for ourselves, to pray and ask him to open our dark understanding so we can understand the little that we read or the much that we read. We don't have to read the whole Bible because we know the principles, and we know that the principles are set up on love. Love. And so, as we go forth, I say happy Sabbath to all of you. Those of you who worship on the Sabbath day or this Sunday, happy Sabbath. Happy day of worship. Go out and just live the way God wants you to live. Don't just go through your tithe and think that's going to take you to heaven. There's a lot more to do after you pay that tithe. So let us remember those things, guys, and let us try to read. It's not what the pastor said today. Pastor said we fit do this. Pastor said we fit do that. What says God? What did Jesus say to us? We call ourselves Christians, right? Followers of Christ. That's the word. Christian comes from the word Christ, from his name. And so, if we're Christians, then we are supposed to be following the principles of Christ. And so I say tonight, I'm hoarse, but I just wanted to speak to us. I was talking with my daughter today, and, even a child shall lead us, shall lead me, because they are reading and having a better understanding, things that we just read over, and it never settled. But when you have conversations with your children or with, others, then all of a sudden you can make the connections and you can see that these things don't just stand alone, but they're connected. So make it a good night by choice. I'm going to open one fortune cookie. And we know we don't believe in these things, but I remember years ago when I lived in New York and used to enjoy Chinese food, and they would give you these little things, these little cookies. Oh, it doesn't come with the paper anymore? Oh, yeah. It comes with something. I don't think I can even read this. It gave some numbers, and it says, oh, it just gave some numbers and talk about how about another food. If you keep, all right, let me see, these glasses need to change. If you keep too busy learning the tricks of the trade, you may never learn the trade. So true. A lot of us like to take the shortcuts and never learn the trade itself. We just want to learn the tricks of the trade. We want to know how to get by, but we don't want to learn how to do it so that it makes sense. So that's one for you guys as you get ready to embark on a brand new day. So grand rising to you in the morning. Those of us who are here, who are present, I say let us continue to give thanks. Let us continue to forgive. Remember, because things are not going right, and you forgive somebody, it doesn't mean like because you can forgive and you just go about your way. You don't have to be buddies. I'm so sorry, but you hear the difference with a productive cough. And when the cough is dry, that's hard. So I'll wrap it up right now, guys. 19 minutes is way too much. But I want you to just be thankful and remember, forgive. Forgive. Might not seem like much, but let's learn to forgive and move on. We know we might not forget, but we can forgive. Say, yeah, they did me wrong, but it's okay. I forgive them. Because when you forgive them, then God forgive our trespasses, and he opens doors for us. He opens it opens ways for us, and so we can go on with a clear conscience, and we can go on and prosper. So go forth and prosper, my people. You know what to do, you know how to do it. God's love on all of you, God's blessings on all of you. My love I send to you, and I thank you. So you heard how the cough has changed. It is productive. So when I cough, my sinuses, and it is not like that loud, great, that thing that vibrates and hurts so badly, but it is now a different kind of cough that I can handle. I can handle that. Take care to all of you. Take care, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Take care. Thank you for being here with me, being here for me. And I'm just very thankful. I'm just very, very humbled, and I'm very thankful that I have so many of you who care, so many of you who care. I thank you. All that you wish for me, all that you pray for me, all that you plan for me. Just know that from me likewise for you, tenfold. Bye. All right, guys, I got a chance to come out today and hang out with my daughter. And these beautiful flowers. So my voice is getting a little bit better. I can't sing yet, but I still have a good voice. So she bought lunch. We did lunch together. I even fell asleep, guys. This is so awesome. I'm just running a quick video. A quick video. People are home. And on this side, just have to give thanks for all things, great and small. It's beautiful down here, cool, very cool. It's a little windy. Beautiful. It's a little windy. There you have it, guys. Beautiful. So I'm giving God for all things, guys. We have to be thankful for all these beautiful things. Beautiful flowers. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just be thankful for so much. That's all we can do, be thankful. Here's my Uber. Take care, my people. Much love always. This is Miss Bev. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath. Yeah.